Hello, how are you?
Today, you're going to hear the story of a day in the life of a young woman named Maya. Stay with me because later in the story, something unexpected happens during her morning commute and it changes the rhythm of her entire day. And even if your routine is like many people's, there are small moments of calm, surprise, and learning that will help you understand English in a clear and stress-free way. I want to show you today how talking about your daily routine in American English can be easy, just like real people talk every day. You'll hear useful verbs, natural expressions, and clear phrases that you can copy and use in your life. And before we begin, welcome to the Fluency Club Channel. Like this video and subscribe to the channel to receive new content every day. So, let's see what Maya's day is like.
Hey, this is Meyer, and today I wake up at 6:30 a.m. The first thing I feel is the soft morning light coming through my curtains. I take a slow breath and stretch my arms. I like this small moment. It helps me start the day calmly. I sit up in bed and take a second to wake my mind. Then I stand up and walk to the bathroom. I wash my face with cold water. The water feels refreshing and helps me feel awake. After that, I go to the kitchen. My breakfast is simple: a small bowl of cereal and a glass of orange juice. Sometimes I make toast, but today I don't have much time. I eat slowly as I look at the clock on the wall. At 6:50, I check my phone. There are a few messages from classmates about a small homework assignment. I read them, answer quickly, and put my phone away so I don't lose focus. At 7 o'clock, I prepare my backpack. I add to notebooks, my pencil case, a small bottle of water, and a healthy snack for later. I also check if I have my student ID card. I always forget it, but not today. Next, I choose my clothes for the day: jeans, a comfortable t-shirt, and a light jacket because the morning is cool. I get dressed and look in the mirror for a second. Everything looks okay. At 7:15, I tie my shoes, grab my bag, and turn off the lights. I take one last look around my room to make sure I didn't forget anything. Then I open the door and step outside. The air feels fresh. The street is quiet. I start walking to the bus stop. It takes about 5 minutes. I like this short walk because it helps me transition from home to school mode. When I arrive at the bus stop, I see the people already waiting. I smile at them politely. But today something is different. The bus is late. And this is where the small, unexpected moment of the day begins. The bus usually arrives at 7:25, but right now it's already 7:32. I check the digital sign, but it only says 3 minutes. I left myself because it has said 3 minutes for 5 minutes already. While I wait, I put one earbud in and play some slow English music that helps me practice listening. I look around and notice the small details of the morning: a man walking his dog, a woman holding a cup of coffee, the soft sound of cars passing on the street. Finally, at 7:38, the bus arrives. I step in, say good morning to the driver, and find a seat near the middle. The bus is not full, and everyone looks a little sleepy. As the bus moves through the city, I enjoy watching the buildings and shops pass by. This is my quiet time. I take a deep breath and try to relax. But today, the traffic is slower than usual. I look at the time again. It's almost 7:55, and my first class starts at 8 o'clock. When the bus finally stops near my university, I get off quickly and start walking fast. Not running, just fast enough to arrive on time. I make it to the classroom at exactly 8 o'clock. My professor smiles and says, "Right on time." I smile back. The day continues. The first class of the day is a writing class. We learn how to organize ideas clearly. I open my notebook and write the date at the top. The professor explains the activity. We have to write the short paragraph about a place we like. I choose my grandmother's house because it always feels warm and peaceful. During the activity, the classroom is quiet. I write slowly, making sure my sentences are simple and correct. The professor walks around the room and stops near my desk. She reads my paragraph and says, "Good job, Meyer. Your ideas are clear." I smile. It feels good to hear that. At 9:30, we take a short break. I stand up, stretch, and drink some water. I talk to a classmate for a minute, asking her how her morning is going. She says she woke up late. I laugh and tell her about my slow bus. At 9:45, our second class begins. This one is about basic math. We do a few simple exercises. The professor gives us a small task. We need to solve 5 easy problems before the end of class. I finish them slowly and check each answer. At 11 o'clock, class ends, and I walk to the campus cafe. I meet friends, and we sit outside. The sun is warm now. I eat my snack, and they drink iced tea. We talk about the afternoon, because I have work soon. At 11:40, I walk to the bus stop again. This time the bus arrives fast. I sit down near the window and look at the sky, thinking about my shift at the small cafe where I work. I arrive at the cafe at noon. It's a small, friendly place with soft music. I put my bag in the staff area, wash my hands, and tie my hair back. My first task is simple: restock the pastry case. I put fresh muffins and cookies inside. They smell sweet. Next, I take my place behind the counter. When customers come in, I smile and say, "Hi, how can I help you today?" I prepare drinks like coffee, tea, and lemonade. I enjoy this part because I like being around people. Around 1:30 p.m., a small line forms. I work calmly, one customer at a time. Then a small mistake happens. I prepare a drink with the wrong flavor. The customer tells me politely, and I apologize. I make a new drink quickly. Everything is fine. This moment reminds me that mistakes are normal, and kindness helps everything feel easier. At 2 o'clock, I take a 5-minute break. I drink cold water and check a message from my mom. She says she hopes I'm having a good day. That makes me smile. At 3 o'clock, the cafe gets quiet. I clean the tables and sweep the floor. At 4 o'clock, my shift ends. I say goodbye to my coworkers, pick up my bag, and walk to the bus stop again. When I arrive home at 4:30, I take off my shoes and sit on the couch for a moment. My body feels tired, but my mind feels good. It was a full day, but a positive one. At 4:45, I make a quick video call to my mom. We talk about simple things, what we eat, how the weather feels, and small plans for the weekend. It's a short but warm conversation. At 5 o'clock, I start preparing dinner. Today, I make something very simple, pasta with tomato sauce. It takes only 15 minutes. The smell fills the apartment, and I feel peaceful as I cook. At 5:30, I eat while watching a short video. I like this time because it feels like a break from the day. At 6 o'clock, I sit at my desk and study for 30 minutes. I review a few notes from my writing class and finish my small homework assignment. I also plan the tasks for tomorrow. At 6:45, I take a warm shower. The water helps my muscles relax. At 7 o'clock, I sit on my bed with my English notebook. Every night, I study English for at least 20 minutes. I repeat simple sentences out loud. I wake up at 6:30. I go to school. I work in a cafe. I make dinner. I study English every day. Speaking out loud helps me feel confidence growing little by little. At 7:30, I put my notebook away and take a moment to think about my day. Even though the bus was late and I made a small mistake at work, everything turned out okay. Days like this remind me that simple routines are not boring. They help us learn, grow, and stay grounded. At 8 o'clock, I turn off the lights and relax.
Now let me help you review some simple and useful expressions from Maya's day. Wake up, to stop sleeping. Get up, to leave the bed. Get dressed, to put on clothes. Commute, to travel from home to school or work. Right on time, exactly the correct time. Take a break, stop for a short time to rest. Shift, the period of time you work. Restock, to add more items. Turn out okay. Things become fine in the end. Try repeating these expressions out loud after me. This is Maya's day in simple English. Maya wakes up at 6:30. She washes her face, makes a quick breakfast, and prepares her backpack. She walks to the bus stop, but the bus is late. When it arrives, she goes to school and attends 2 classes. After class, she goes to work at a small cafe. She helps customers, prepares drinks, and cleans the tables. When work is over, she goes home, talks to our mom, cooks dinner, studies, and relaxes. It is a simple day, but it is full of moments that help her learn and grow. And that's the beauty of a simple routine. Every small moment teaches you something new, and every quiet step moves you closer to the person you want to become. Like this video if you found it helpful, and we'll see you tomorrow.